Hey everybody, Wisco Butter Chad. I have an update on the big red boat. I'm not saying the name yet until we get her launched and do the renaming ceremony, but here is what's going on. I dug the camper canvas out, and when I bought this boat, I knew that the camper canvas poles that have that support this back area back here were broken. So what I wanted to do today, we are less than 2 weeks out from launching the boat. So today is April 29th, launching it on May 10th. But what I wanted to do before we get the boat up there is get the camper poles measured and replaced. So I didn't really see the need to video me putting up the camper canvas, but I will video everything I'm doing on the camper canvas from here on out when I get these poles ordered and replaced. So what should happen here is there's 3 poles. You can actually kind of see the lines, one there, and one there, that will give the backside of the camper its structure so we can enjoy the inside of the boat without weather affecting us. And the side panels come off easily for cruising. It actually zippers in and out pretty quick. So this was kind of cool. I've been waiting all winter to do this, so super happy about it. Everything's in pretty good shape. A few little places here and there that will need some maintenance at some point, but at this point this is looking really good. So I'll have another update as soon as I get those camper poles in and show you how they get installed. All right, welcome back to the big boat. Today I'm going to attempt to make the poles to support the back part of the canopy here. The idea is to take, here, hold on a second. So I bought some awning poles that are adjustable. So these are regular awning poles or tent poles that you see anywhere. You know, they come apart and are held together with elastic. That may or may not stay. I've got one end here that has a pointy end. That will have to come out. So, but my idea here is to take this pole and bend it as needed. I've got some tubing benders here, spring style tubing benders, which I've never used before, but according to people on YouTube, they seem to work fairly well. This is fairly thin wall tubing, so it should bend fairly easily. And the reason I'm doing this is because I called the company that made this canvas. And nice enough guy that I talked to, I'm not going to give out the name because I don't want to call him out and, you know, give him any sort of a bad name or something on YouTube, but I wasn't super thrilled with the way he handled the call. This camper canvas needs three poles. In talking with him on what it needed, first he was like, I don't think that we made the canvas that you're talking about. And I didn't argue with him, but I was like, you know, your name is the name of your company is on my canvas. The tag is right down there. All right, well, we went back and forth on what it actually needed. His reasoning didn't really seem logical to me. He said that he could tell within a couple of minutes what they would be able to do. And he said, we can bend a couple of poles. He said, these are his words. He said, I guarantee you the bends won't be correct the first time. And you're gonna have to pay for each bend in each attempt. And I said, well, you know, that's fine. But you know, what are we talking here? And he said, well, I would say probably to get the poles correct, you're gonna spend between $500 and $700. And I said, well, that seems a little excessive. And I said, you know, I want to use the canvas, but for something that you manufactured, and to tell me that you're not going to get the bends right on the first first try, really, just seemed very out of line. So I got to looking at this. I spent 60 bucks on these poles and another 20 on these spring benders. So we'll see how these work. And, you know, honestly, if I fail, even if I fail 3 or 4 times, I'm still going to spend less than what I would on having them do it. And I'm comfortable bending tubes, so it's just a matter of measuring, getting the bend radius correct, and installing. We'll see how it goes. So might as well start with the middle one. Okay, so you got a spring on the outside, one on the inside, and then just use your knee to bend. There we go. Actually bending without the... I was afraid that might happen. This is hardened aluminum. So that just totally snapped. Hurt my fingers a little bit. All right, so the aluminum idea, the tent poles, that doesn't work. They're too hard. They've been anodized, which means the aluminum is quite brittle. So when you try to bend it, it just snaps. And I broke 2 of them, so I'm not going to break the other 2. Instead, I decided to run to the store, the hardware store, bought some copper pipe, 1/2 inch. It's a little long, but I think this is actually going to work just fine. Let's see here. Okay, so I have just about the right length for the top, I believe. Right there. Okay, that's where that fits. And then the bottom will go right in there. Make it nice and tight. All right, I need to cut off about 1.5 inches. And then this piece will be just about ready to fit. So either what I'm talking about here, these holes right there, that plastic piece is that's the retainer for the tubing, and it's I think 7/16, and this is 1/2 inch, so I'm just slightly off, but I'll get it to fit. I just need to make sure that these 3 pieces will work before making any modifications to the receptacle or to the tubing. But I think this is going to work great. And I'll show you how I'm going to cover up the copper tubing in just a little bit. Okay, several iterations later, but still saving a bunch of money, I will have about $65 in this when complete. So what I did, I took copper tubing, bent it to the shape I needed. I slotted the end of the tube. So I will squeeze the ends to get those to fit in there. Now I don't want to see the copper tubing, so I grabbed some red plastic conduit, slide this over the tubing just like that. For this bend, I got a piece of styrofoam that'll go over it when it actually gets installed. But for now, we'll just put the red plastic in place. Okay, so I have enough end exposed here to slide into the hole. and I'm going to give it a little squeeze with the pliers to close it up a little bit. I think that went in. And then this one. Okay, so I'll have to figure this out, but the main thing is that they fit. The only problem I see now is the Velcro is not wide enough to go around the tubing, so I might just get some straps, some Velcro straps to go around that. With the red tubing, it actually makes that outer diameter 3/4, which is too big. Might angle that just a little bit, give it a slight bend up. But the good thing is it fits. And I'll get these other two sides put in and I'll come back and show you the finished product. All right, here I'm standing inside the camper portion of the canvas. It's not perfect, but it will absolutely work. The tubing is a little bit large for the Velcro, so I'm either gonna have to get some extension. Well, I will have to get some extensions because I don't have the red plastic covering on yet, so I'll have to do some sort of extension. I got all the bends pretty darn close. I mean, really, it looks pretty good. There was a slight bend needed here on all three of them. You can kind of see it bows down just a little bit so that it can go up into the receptacle correctly. The center one is pretty good. Goes off to the right there just a little bit. I almost really think that the plastic receptacles should be moved over. And they're riveted, but I can drill the rivets out and drill new holes and reattach those. This one's off quite a bit. It's good up to there, and then this actually pushes out just a little bit, and I mean, it's a little bit loose, but you can see the line comes right there, and then it should kind of curve that way, which means the plastic receptacle should be over about 3 inches, maybe even 4 inches. And I've got it bent so that if I do move it over, it'll fit in there just fine. And then this one, same sort of thing, runs down nicely to here. And then I need to put probably some sort of bend to bend it that way a little bit so that it comes down correctly into the receptacle, because I can't get this over far enough to attach it to the pole without really kind of bending it. So definitely happy enough with it as it is. It'll get us on the water and it'll be comfortable. I'll just make some modifications along the way. Overall, really pretty good. I think just moving those 3 plastic pieces will be the way to go. Let's take a look from the outside. All right, well, I didn't zip it, but you can kind of get an idea here of how it's looking. Once everything's nice and zipped up tight, I think it'll look really good. The back windows, you can see, are a little bunchy right there. That's just because that pole's not bent exactly as it should be. But again, that's an easy fix. Even if I need to do a new pole, you know, 13 bucks for another pole is not a huge deal. Kind of hard to see that side, but looks pretty good. So thanks for watching this episode. of the Regal 2665 Commodore camper canvas pole installation. I was quoted $500 to $700 to just get the poles fit. The guy did tell me you could easily go 5 times that much, which, you know, $2,500 to $3,000 for new poles was just ridiculous. So I spent $60 on copper piping. I'm gonna return the aluminum that I bought, so add another $30 for the broken aluminum. So I spent less than $100 on getting the camper canvas erected correctly, with just a little minor adjustment needed still at some point, but it's good enough to go on the water, and we'll get it corrected here before too long. So thanks for watching, everybody. Hit that subscribe button, leave me some comments, and we'll see you next time. Happy boating.